So today let us start with the second problem of the problem sheet number 1. Here the question directly says that the system and the eccentric mass have a phase difference of 90 degrees. That means that it is clearly a question of unbalanced mass. So the data given in this particular problem are: the mass is 25 kg. This is normal mass which is being disturbed. Then amplitude is 1.5 centimeter. Eccentric mass, that is m naught, it is given as 1 kg. Mind it, m naught and m's are different. This m is only the mass that is being disturbed, that is the main mass, parent mass. And m naught is the mass of the eccentric part which is unbalanced and has a phase difference of 90 degree with the system. And the eccentricity is given as 4 centimeter. So at phase angle 90 degree, what are the different conditions we will have is the first thing, resonance occurs. It is the resonance which occurs at phase angle equal to 90 degree. So at this situation, omega n is equal to 1000 by 60. The question itself says that for the initial part, at a speed of 1000 rpm, the system and the eccentric mass has a phase difference of 90 degree. That means at this 1000 rpm, resonance occurs. Hence, just convert this rpm into cycles per second, which is equal to 16.67 cycles per second. Next is the second question. The second part asks you to find out the damping factor, that is the epsilon. Epsilon is m naught e by twice m into amplitude. So m naught mass, eccentric mass, is given as 1 kg. Your eccentricity is 4 centimeter. Since your damping factor epsilon is a unitless parameter, hence do not worry about the unit of eccentricity, that is 4 centimeter. Do not need to convert this into meter. So amplitude is 1.5. The main basic thing is that 4 centimeter is given as eccentric mass and 1.5 centimeter is given as amplitude. So centimeter also gets cancelled. That is the main factor here. So epsilon is equal to 0.053. So this is the second answer. Now the third part. The third part asks you to find out the amplitude at 1500 rpm. Now remember, the amplitude, the omega is different. So amplitude at 1500 rpm is, the equation for eccentric mass is something like this: m naught e by m into omega by omega n whole square, square root of 1 minus omega by omega n square whole square plus twice m omega by omega n whole square. So put the values accordingly. M naught is your 1 kg, E is your 4, M is 25, omega, it is now given as 1500 rpm. So this is the disturbing frequency. 1000 rpm was the original necessary frequency. We are considering 1500 rpm by 1000 rpm, hence it is directly written. Otherwise you need to convert this omega into cycles per second, again dividing it by 60, and then you can write omega n is equal to 16.67. This entire thing, this particular ratio can be written like this also. See, 1500 rpm, convert it into cycles per second, divided by 16.67. That is, you have already calculated this omega n value. So either you write this way or this way. So any one you can do. It is easier to use this equation, this ratio, because zeros will get cancelled and the calculation will be much more easy than 1 minus 1500 divided by 1000 square whole square plus 2 into 25 sorry, this is twice epsilon omega by omega n, huh? So this is epsilon. Epsilon is your 0.053 into omega by omega n whole square. So this will result you into a value of 0.226 centimeter. So this is the third answer of the question. Now the fourth part says that you need to find out the phase angle at 1500 rpm. So this is tan phi at 1500 rpm. The equation is twice epsilon omega by omega n divided by 1 minus omega by omega n square. Remember, this is not whole square. So this 2 into 0.053 into 1500 divided by 1000, 1 minus 1500 by 1000 square. This will result you into a value of minus 0.1272, or if convert this into degree and a minute, this will give you 172 degree 45 minute. So this is your fourth answer, fourth and final answer. So always remember, while calculating any trigonometric value, like it may be tan phi, it may be sin theta, it may be cos theta, while calculating any of this trigonometric function, your calculator must remain in degree mode. This is very important while carrying out the calculation for a particular numerical, because see, we all know that pi radian is equal to 180 degree, is equal to pi radian. Hence this conversion is also used in case of calculator. So just check above your dial whether degree is written or radian is written like this in your calculator. These things should not be used. Radian mode should not be used, because whatever we do calculation in terms of degree. So our calculator should always remain in the degree mode to calculate any of this type of trigonometric function. Thank you.